Welcome back to another Turk at Work with JC the Great and
Hello, everyone.
Lennox, aka Fruity Pebbles. So, let's start off with how are you guys today? You can start, JC.
I'm pretty good. I mean, I just had a dance I was going to, and I'm ready to talk some sports.
Facts. So, today we're going to talk about the Raptors, the Hornets, maybe talk about the Shohei signing a little bit, and maybe some football, like the Thursday night game, maybe the Monday night games as well. But first, we can start with JC. How are your Raptors?
Well, I think we're currently 10-4, moving into that 10th seed. Not too bad of a start to the season. Pretty good for the Raptors. Our main guys have been Scotty and Pascal. Scotty's been getting almost a double a game. Pascal's getting us around 21, and he's been on a 30-point game streak for 3 games.
Okay. I'm casually running into a football player right here, but I cannot see his name.
They beat the Hawks the other night, and they're playing them again for doubleheader.
Okay. How do you feel about the rookie Grady Dick?
Well, he's young, and when he's getting in, he's getting us around 8 points. But they moved him down to G League so he can, develop a little more and get some better competition before he gets up there. But I think he should be good for us later in.
Facts. Hold on. Alright, I was trying to see who the football player is.
I'm liking what our starters are doing for us, though. OG's been doing really good. Gary, he's getting us a couple points coming off the bench. I like to see him do more, maybe even start. And Dennis Schroeder's been amazing. And Pirtle, we needed that big man. He came in and he's doing it. So doing pretty good.
Personally, how would you feel about what's the name? Siakam trade. How would you feel about that?
I mean, I'm a big Siakam guy. He's like my favorite player. And, he's a good veteran that really runs our offense and,
Okay.
and maybe we go with Scotty Barnes a little more because, Pascal's a score getter and Siakam's or Scotty's a score getter. But we also got OG who wants the ball more. We got Dennis who needs the ball more.
Facts.
And Pirtle who can get us a lot of points in the paint. So, and Gary who we need to get more opportunities for 3. So we can't really have those two. And I feel like Scotty needs to try to get in there to run our offense. Because, when Pascal is done, he needs to learn how to run the offense from that forward spot. He needs to be the backup, and he needs to be that number 1 option when Pascal won't be there, because he's not going to be there all the time. So maybe getting a better fit around Scotty Barnes, a good young rookie of the year star. And maybe that's the way we got to go. He's one of the best for the team.
Facts. So I have a request from a fan.
Or maybe trading an OG and an Obi or something.
Someone told me to ask you, how do you feel about Gabe?
What?
That's an interesting topic. I think I know who asked that.
Someone asked me, just how do you feel about your cousin Gabe?
I mean, me and Gabe, we kind of we have an off and on thing, but he's my cousin. I love him, and
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good person, and I still like him no matter what. So that's how I feel.
How would you feel if my Charlotte Hornets offered you Gordon Hayward? How would you feel about that? Because we are looking to
For
potentially
Siakam?
move him. Maybe. Or potentially
For Siakam, no, because isn't he like 36?
he's probably like 34. But I would say we would probably trade him.
I feel like Pascal's better like now.
I feel like we would trade Hayward for like
Precious or something. Boucher.
mm,
Boucher's been good. He's
I feel
been
like
really
we
good.
probably try to do like Hayward and picks for that young man OG. You know what I mean? Like if you guys thought like you could compete
we need
right
our
now.
24. We need our 24 back. But I think we're gonna need something else in Hayward because like we need another young player that can get into the rotation good and I mean then we could potentially use him as a 6-man and put Gary up there. But OG just gets us so many points that I don't think Gary can do. Is the only thing. But it might play better with Scotty because Scotty needs the ball more.
Facts. The only reason I say this is because Hayward has been on a hot streak right now, but we're not seeming to win many games as a result. So we could look to trade him for a better defender because our defense has been really bad.
And is Gabe in your live?
Sorry, I'm back.
I think he was.
Because he just messaged me saying, left me all alone, so disrespectful.
Are we going in camp?
It's not me joining that squad.
Test your Wi-Fi, buddy.
I don't get disrespect me on air.
Test your Wi-Fi. So, if you were the GM of the Toronto Raptors, what would your first move be?
First move to just the first move. It's a little hard.
Yeah. You can name off a couple. Like, how would you start?
Okay. So what? Together about a potential Gary, maybe someone off the bench and picks, or an OG and Levine and picks, something like that. Levine is a good player who can shoot the 3 ball better than probably anyone on our team, really. Maybe Dennis Schroeder's a little better, but Scotty's been doing this from 3 too. But I feel like Levine would really be a good matchup, or be a good teammate with Scotty Barnes. I feel like they would work well together, and I feel like he would get us more points than a Gary or maybe even an OG. Because he's a bucket getter, but he's not the bucket getter that's give me the ball. He waits, and when he gets the ball, he finds his time and scores.
Facts.
And I like that out of him. And I feel like he's young. He's 23. He's finding his groove with the Bulls. He's finding number 1, number 2 option for them. And he's pretty good. They were calling the last Bulls game a little bit of a tryout. The Toronto Raptors, as he scored 33 in their last matchup. Toronto did come out with a win, but great game from him.
Facts. But I just have to say one thing. My Charlotte Hornets, okay, are smoking that Raptors back. I just had to slip that out there. I'm sorry.
I joined my squad. I can't join.
Yeah, they did play a good game against them, but And I feel like, I mean, he's a good player. He's not a person. He's a good teammate. He fits our rotation well. He gets us like 12. And, I mean, he's not a shooter, of course. He's not a person that's going to get threes. But, he's a good defender. We needed the big man. And that's why we traded for him in the trade deadline. We needed a big man. And we knew he was going to work well with Pascal because they were former teammates. Same with Fred. And OG, too. And OG's start to his career, but, he's a good player. And, yeah. Dennis Schroeder, he's been moved around. But, I think the Raptors are giving him a that he hasn't really gotten. So I think he should be good for us. So I would keep them too.
I'm reading a report right now that says the Raptors are anticipated to target Keegan Murray from the Kings for either Pascal or OG.
Or OG.
How do you feel about that?
Okay. Well, isn't Keegan Murray pretty good? He's pretty good, right?
Who is this kid in my chat?
I'm sorry, chat. I'm not a big Kings guy. I haven't really watched the game. But I feel like he was alright, right?
He was actually really good as a rookie. I believe last season he was a really good rookie. I feel like he hasn't been as good recently, but I feel like he's still been really good.
Yeah, so he's like a young player. He's averaging around 14. I'd rather give away maybe OG for a young rather than Pascal on this one. Because, he can probably be our small forward. And, I feel like Pascal, he's going to get those young players in there. So, he's going to be like our vet until we find a really good package deal that we can get from him. If we can. So, we just need to, look around that, maybe keeping Pascal to the trade deadline or something, or trying to, if he's in All-NBA or an All-Star, if he's in All-NBA, we maybe try to get him on a Supermax, I don't know.
This is a trade idea from Bleacher Report. OG Anunoby for Buddy Hield and 2 firsts. How do you feel about that?
Well, what year's the first?
It would probably be the next 2 years. Probably
okay.
just as 2 firsts.
I'm not the biggest Buddy Hield fan. He's like, what, 30 now? 29, 30?
Probably around there.
And I feel like OG is more than that value. And I feel like we can get better from OG.
Okay.
He's like one of our main men, so if we're just gonna get Buddy Hield for a couple threes during a game and maybe a couple points off.
How is this kid in my chat? I'm sorry, but there is a kid in my chat who is just ranting. I do not know who he is.
Like in your
He is saying Scotty Barnes and Siakam for Ish Smith.
What?
He is in here just ranting.
Wait, Cam.
Yes.
Can you share your live stream with me? Because for some reason, it's not saying I'm subscribed to you.
For some reason. Okay. But,
Can you send me the link?
I am on the flapper. So with that being said, let's hop over to some Charlotte Hornets news. We have signed Nate Mensah to a 2-way contract.
Why is Gabe just spamming your chat?
I don't know. Flood is just in here yapping. But I just want to talk about the rookie Brandon Miller. He has been really great. He's coming off this was against the
Yeah.
Raptors. He had 20 points, 5 boards, 2 blocks, and 4 threes for the young buck.
Yeah, he's been good, man. And he's got some players that are young around him that are gonna help him out. The LaMelo Ball, he's a good, really good actually, young star. He could be an all-star. I actually like the games. He doesn't really play very much, but he could definitely be an all-star one of these seasons, and I feel like he's gonna get there pretty soon. Brandon's got the Terry Rozier. Terry's been scary.
Terry has been very scary as of late. He should be an all-star probably.
Yeah.
He's been fantastic.
You've got your Miles Bridges and you got your good center Mark Williams.
Yeah.
So I think if they can just get all of them to like a good pair up, because they have a good roster, they're just not working together as much as people want them to. So if they can get there, they can be really good.
Facts. I feel like we're just plagued with injuries because as of right now we have LaMelo and Mark Williams out. But tonight we face the Pelicans without Zion, so this is a must-win game for us because
What are you at right now?
we are 7 and 15. We're the 13 seed.
Okay.
So
you could probably you guys should be able to push in there.
if LaMelo, if we're healthy the rest of the way, we could be a playoff team. But if we're
I
hurt,
think you guys are still young, and like later you'll be there.
and I'm seeing P.J. Washington is also in the injury report, which is not good, seeing as he is our sixth man. And it appears our teammate is just standing still, chat.
Huh.
Okay. But and with LaMelo missing some time, Terry Rozier has been lights out, averaging. Let's see, for the season he's averaging 24 with almost 8 assists, and you don't really hear him talked about that much. But I think he deserves a little more credit that he's getting because he averages a full steal a game and half a block. It's actually pretty solid.
A lot of Hornets fans were mad at the draft of not taking Scoot Henderson, but Scoot Henderson hasn't been playing very well, and Brandon really has. So what's your take on that?
Well, I was always a Brandon Miller fan. I actually never really liked Scoot that much, and a lot of my friends and a lot of people I knew loved Scoot Henderson.
I actually know someone who loves Scoot Henderson. They were going as far as say he's generational.
Gabe Young was in love with Scoot Henderson. He was crying on draft night, actually, if you'll believe that, when we took Brandon Miller. I said he is a great scorer. He is. You can tell he's just comfortable out there. Scoot looks a little frantic, a little nervous. He did have a great game last night.
He's a young player, you're going to get that out of your young players. But, people were expecting very much out of this young player at the third pick, and you're having players not even close to the third pick playing better than him. So, he's still young. He's still got a big future in his career. And we'll see how he does.
He did just drop 20 points and 10 assists last night, Scoot Henderson.
Yeah,
but he did shoot kind of bad. Yeah, I believe in Scoot. I think he could be a really great player. But Brandon Miller has been really sick so far, and I believed in him every single step of the way. And I think he'll be great. I think Scoot will be great as well. But I
Yeah.
like the pick of Brandon Miller, even though some people didn't, like Gabe.
So, in the draft lottery, were you a little upset that you fell to 2 instead of 1?
Um,
Did it bother you at all?
to be honest, yes, I was. We were very, very close to
Yeah.
Wembenyama. I believe I read something that said like we were 1 digit away from Wembenyama because like they pull out the balls with the number, and we were like really close to Wembenyama, but it just didn't go our way. I believe it might have been rigged. I'm not gonna lie, but you know,
And Brandon's still been good, you know?
yeah, I'm happy with who we got. I'm not gonna complain about Brandon Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, who we got? We got a talented player. We call that. We got a talented player. He fits the team really well. He can play shooting guard. He can play small forward. He could probably even run point guard if he wanted. But you know, it always hurts when you miss out on a all-time prospect. But just
People are
have
saying
to.
better. As good as, or, sorry, as much hype as LeBron James had. On draft night. Biggest prospect since LeBron.
Facts. You know, yeah, it just always stings to miss out on a player like that. We missed out some years ago with Anthony Davis. We got the second pick, and I don't even want to talk about who he drafted. But
Who'd you guys draft?
yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that right now. But just know it was bad, really bad. But I'm used to missing out on the good players because Adam Silver doesn't like to see a young team succeed. But I do want to talk about a young big man on the Hornets. Mark Williams has been really good when he's played. He did return on Tuesday from injury, or Monday. He returned Monday from injury. And who the frick is this blood? But chat,
Yeah, that's
chat,
not popping up on your screen, right? You can get canceled.
chat, but Mark returned from an injury, and he wasn't spectacular. But I believe his injury was still nagging him because he went out 2 days later, like he couldn't play in the game. So, ignore the kid in the party. We did play with Mark Williams before on 2K. That was a fun experience. But I feel like the Hornets have a really great core of players. And, motherfucker. If we could just stay healthy, I feel like we could be a really good team. And maybe if we traded
I
Hayward
agree with
away,
that.
I think we have a special future. If Miles stops beating women and stuff, we could be
Facts.
really good. Because Miles
Facts.
Bridges is a special player, but it's a freak named you. Yeah, I think we have a great future if the off-court issues pipe down a little bit, you know. Chat, ignore this kid, but I'm excited to see the future of this team. LaMelo and Brandon Miller is going to be a great duo for a long time. Mark hopefully can take the next step and be an defensive player of the year type of defender. He's got
Good
the
Barry here, that
wingspan.
one too.
I say he
They
could be
call
like
Mark
Jaren
Williams
Jackson
the
Jr.
Condor for a reason because his wingspan is so long. We need him to just.
I see him having a season like Jaren Jackson Jr. did
Yep.
last season.
Jaren Jackson Jr. actually cheated for his stats, but
But like stat
that's
wise, I say he could
a
average like
discussion for another day.
Yep.
But let's talk about Jace's Miami Dolphins. How do you feel about the team not having a win against a above 500 team in over a year? And all the fraud allegations, how does all that make you feel?
It's a little disappointing, and I feel like we could maybe do something against maybe Baltimore and Cowboys, maybe even the Bills, but we just gotta ignore all that and just try to make a push in the playoffs.
Okay. How do you feel about the Monday night comeback from the Tennessee Titans over your Dolphins? You guys had 2 free touchdowns. You just weren't able to pull it out. How does that one make you feel?
That's never good when you lose like that, but sometimes you just gotta take a loss and move on with the next one.
Okay.
Aiden?
So have you heard any updates on the Tyreek Hill injury? Do you know if he's like going to be good to go for the rest of the season? Anything like that?
I think he's healthy for next game. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
When I last looked at it, he was healthy.
And there is a controversial statement from my GOAT, Cam Newton, who said, Tua, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, and Brock Purdy are all game managers, and they are not. What was the word he used? It wasn't like
Dak Prescott's in there?
playmaker. Yes, Dak Prescott I don't agree with, but the rest of them I kind of do. How do you feel
I
about him
think
calling
that kid's a turnover
Tua a
situations.
game manager and not a real playmaker?
Well, I like Tua, and I try my best to back him up. But
That's,
sometimes when a close game comes, you gotta get it to those guys. But I can't really spread something like that because he's not totally wrong. But I like Tua. I think he's a good young player, and I think he has a good future. I don't know. So.
okay. I agree with Cam Newton that I agree with him on Goff, probably Purdy, but Purdy's pretty good. I agree
He's
with
actually really
Tua,
good for the last pick in the draft.
but Dak Prescott, I don't know. Dak Prescott is kind of
Hey Cam, can you
he's
give me a
kind of
screen?
special. You know what I mean? What was that, Jonesy?
No, I was just thinking I was walking the ball up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, in chat, reminding of that, can if you get up to it in your day, go watch the
Yes.
latest video that's at 1,000 or yes 1,000 or 1.2 thousand views right now on
Yes.
that Jackson fan who's
Yes.
only two
Go
subscribers,
subscribe to that Jackson fan on
two
YouTube right
subscribers
now.
off from 40.
Go subscribe
Good
right
video.
now, chat.
How is that a pass?
But
Here.
how do you
I was
feel
gonna say,
about the young edge rusher for the Dolphins? What's his name? Jalen Phillips. I believe tore his Achilles and is out for the season after he was
Oh, I
having an
forgot about that.
incredible
That's
season.
actually
How do you
sad.
feel about that injury?
I mean, it's sad. I mean, he's a good player, and it's never good to have one of your players and starting out for the season. It's gonna hurt, but we just gotta keep pushing. We just gotta keep doing our thing, and try to stay good for the season.
Now we can turn the topic to my Carolina Panthers. it's a hard time as a Panthers fan. It really is.
You me thinking?
I did not see the video, but shut your ugly ass up. But but what are we? 1-11, 1-12 now.
12.
No,
No,
it's a
actually, it's
struggle.
13 or 12. Maybe.
It's a struggle to watch this team every week.
It is 13, actually.
I gotta give it to our defensive coordinator, Ejiro Evero, because he's done a great job with this team. Our defense has looked good every week, but our offense, man, has been
Offensive
pitiful.
line.
No, not the offensive line. Bryce Young, as of late, has looked pitiful. The receivers are absolutely pitiful. The O-line.
But Chuba's been looking pretty good.
The O-line has been better as of late, but they are still terrible. Ikem Ekwonu was our 6th overall pick at left tackle, and he is just, it's been a nightmare with him. I mean, what else is there to say about this team? We're not getting better. Next year, we don't have a first pick, so we can't get better through the draft. Who is going to want to sign to Carolina? We don't have a coach. We don't have a real GM. We don't have a real owner. It's been terrible. Apparently, all the staff and coaches have been yelling and fighting and blaming each other. It's a scary sight. I might have to hit that new fan transfer portal.
Yep.
But I'm not sure. But with Bryce, all I can say is not his fault. He's been playing bad, but I mean, what can you do when you're surrounded with no talent? Your best receiver is an old man who is just.
What happened with Stroud when his team fell apart that last.
Stroud lived in Bryce Young's life for one day, and he couldn't handle the heat. Imagine that week to motherfluffing week. But Derek Brown, he is that man. He should be a Pro Bowler. Make sure to go get your votes in now for Mr. Derek Brown. I mean, he's been elite. He has an interception. He's got probably some forced fumbles. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not looking at the stats, but I know he had 10+ tackles this week. A couple for loss. I mean, he is a monster. Other than that, the team is just Frankie Louvu's good, J.C. Horn's good, and Brian Grimes is good. And our safety's all right. But, I might have to hit up the transfer portal for fans. Might take my talents to Tampa Bay. That's
just as bad as a situation.
That's my that's my cousin Gabe's favorite team. That's my cousin Gabe's
two of the games, I think, in 2019 season.
But if I'm the GM of the Panthers, which might as well be, I might trade up in the draft and try to go get that big dog out of Penn State, Fashanu. Put him at left tackle, slide Icky in at guard. It could be real scary for the O-line. It could be real scary. We could also trade up for a receiver. This receiver class is A1. I know we couldn't move up to get Marvin Harrison because, he's going to go number 1, number 2. But we could get Rome Odunze. We could get Malik Neighbors. We could get Xavier Worthy. We could get Keon Coleman.
Xavier Worthy would be nice.
We could get Luther Burden.
Give me a screen, Lennox.
There's plenty of good receivers in this class. What's his name? Troy Franklin. He's a dog.
Oh my goodness, then you're going to high school sports.
Sorry about that. Nope, that was my son. My son walked into my room. Sorry about. My wife needs to come get my son out of here.
Stop it. But that's all I got on the Panthers. We suck. We're not getting much better.
Sorry about that, guys.
Were you getting a whooping?
That pass was god awful.
No. I was just,
Nice. By the way,
you
my
know,
mid range is really good right now. But
I was getting tickled.
oh, okay. But I don't know if the chat can hear your mic, Gabe, but if they can, do you want to reveal to the chat who your favorite team is? Alright. Do you have a favorite player or something like that?
Damn.
Alex?
Okay.
Out. Oh.
I
My
respect
bad.
that. I respect
Ow.
that.
Alright, good done.
I didn't mean to go up with that. My bad.
So, with that being said, we can move on to the Shohei Ohtani news. How we feeling, my brothers?
I
The
love
Los
it.
Angeles Dodgers,
Yeah.
$700 million. I should have checked. And he's only getting $2 million a year for the first couple years, I believe. I think like the first 5 years. So they still have money to
Dang
spend.
it. That's
Give
on
me
me.
that. Hey, take that shot attempt off.
I'm gonna point out 3 steals on lockdown.
But 700 M's is a lot of money. But he is the best athlete in the world. You can agree, right?
I love Shohei. I'm so happy he's going to the Dodgers.
Yep, I forgot we have a Dodgers fan on the podcast.
Out.
On the Turk at Work crew.
I actually went and saw Kershaw pitch.
So, are you getting a Shohei Dodgers jersey? That's the question.
Of course. Yeah. Well, of course.
Okay. You'd love to see it. So what do you think your chances are at the World Series this year?
What?
The World Series. You think you got it?
I mean, I think we could. We got a good pitching staff now.
Okay. You saw they got Tyler Glass now?
Yep.
Former Durham Bull, by the way, chat.
And you know, now like we got a good pitcher and a hitter and a fielder. Our outfield's gonna be stacked with Mookie and Shohei, the duo out there.
Facts.
Our infield's always good every year. It's been good.
Facts. And I
I'm just
believe...
excited.
Oh, hold on. Let me check my sources real quick. You can continue.
Yeah, chat.
My fault, chat.
That's on me. I wasn't trying to fade it. I face. Hit me, Jace. Hit me.
Yeah, I got it.
Punch me.
How would I do that?
Ow!
After this rec game.
Sounds good.
Give me a screen. Never mind.
Alright, chat. Okay, so we gotta talk about this. How do we feel about the Draymond Green situation?
I think
Wait,
he
what
should
did he get
retire.
suspended for again? I didn't see the whole thing.
He did a 360 punch to Nurkic's face.
UFC style.
That's so cool.
But
I
he was
think he should
suspended
just retire after this
indefinitely
season.
until he gets some counseling, I believe. So,
I think he should just retire after this season. Dang it.
okay. I don't think he needs to retire, but AJO?
I mean, he's a Hall of Fame already.
I feel like he's just frustrated because he knows the dynasty is over. But
What the
The heck?
we thought it'd been over, but you know, the Warriors just know how to
been
hang
one?
in there. But yeah, I think he needs to just calm it down a little bit. You can't like choke out a player and 360 punch a player in the same season. You just really can't do that type of stuff. But you know, he deserves to be suspended. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but yeah. We can also talk about John Morant should be back in like 4 days.
I'm excited.
And I got him on my fantasy team. Cha-da-da. Cha-da-da-da.
Your good fantasy team.
But
Guys, my uncle controls that league.
chat,
Like the machine.
how much better does this make the Grizzlies? Because they have been bad
I just want to make him.
to start the year. Do we
They
think
kind of put themselves in a hole already.
Do we think that they can bounce back with Ja? Or is it too late?
I mean, I don't think they can because they didn't just lose God. They lost Tyus
Hey,
Jones off the
da-da-da-da.
bench, who was a good piece
What?
of the team.
Sorry, chat. Ignore that.
Right now? Yeah, right now? Yeah. Alright, I have to go to my dad's JV practice. I gotta practice to get ready for next year.
Alright.
All right.
I'll get back on after.
We'll see you, Jonesy.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Why
All
did you
right.
get online?
All right. So our basketball expert is gone, but you know
I'm an expert.
we have the
I'll say.
we have the Fortnite experts.
No, I can talk football and a little basketball.
Yeah. Bunda. Bro did not win the Heisman. Let's go. So how are we feeling about the NFL draft, specifically the quarterbacks in the upcoming draft? How are we
No, this
feeling?
is a really good quarterback draft in my opinion. Some people don't like it.
We got Caleb Williams,
W.
potentially number one pick. He could go two, but I'd say he's probably one. We got Drake May out of UNC. He could be a top 3 pick. He's been incredible. But he barely beat Duke. He had to cheat to beat Duke, but you know. Yeah, so he could be great. We got
Okay, Cam's talking. Let him finish.
I think Tank Dell's injury is bad, but like Stroud fans cannot complain. But yeah, with the draft we got Bo Nix, we got Michael Penix, we got Jaden Daniels. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Wish they had Shador in it, but
We could have Shador, but he's probably staying. I feel like we're missing somebody. Maybe I'm not.
Alice, no.
Oh no, but this is a good quarterback draft. So if you need a QB, make sure to go and get him. Also, an elite receiver draft. But
I think Gabe Young's in the draft.
yeah, let's go. But any topics you guys want to talk about, or we can wrap this up.
Or we can do the game. We can do the new season of Fortnite if we want. Oh yeah. Fortnite FNCS comes up. I think January 28th or something.
But
There's a Duke Cash Cup coming up in about 2 days, I think. Yeah. Coming up soon, so make sure you guys listen to that.
yeah,
They will be
chat.
live streaming it.
think that's about it. We can also talk about the price of Panthers tickets. I don't know if this was a joke, but it said
Screenshot the game, by the way, because I had a good game.
these Panthers tickets were 50 cents
What? That's cap.
for the nosebleeds. It said they were 50 cents,
They're
Jeff.
not 50 cents.
And
Maybe $50.
50 cents, and I guarantee it's not going to be packed. Yeah, that says a lot, chat. You can get in there with 2 quarters, but yeah, a lot of people probably still won't even show. No. You couldn't pay me to go, actually. You couldn't pay me to go. You could not pay me to go to see those Panthers. But, chat, it's been a good episode. We could get another episode next week, at least after the football game, so we have something to talk about. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. The Hornets have a game today and tomorrow, so.
Can I ask that question real quick?
What, motherfucker?
Should I buy the Ninja Turtle skin or VC?
Alright, chat, this has been Turk at Work. I'm Cameron Saunders.
Yeah, backwards.
I'm Dave Young.
I'm Linux.
I'm JC the Great.
And this has been Turk at Work. See ya.
Peace. Yeah, you're supposed to